You can only be successful in real estate if you get good at the execution. I don't care how good the deal underwrites, how good the deal is on paper, what's the return on investment. While all of those things are important, if you don't get really good at the process of execution, who to hire, how to hold accountable, the legal documents that you need, the processes, the order of operations. If you don't get really good holistically at understanding how this business is supposed to work and how the people involved in your business, what they're supposed to do and how you manage those people through those tasks to get them to the finish line, if you don't get good at that, you'll never get good at making money. By and large, one of the biggest problems for people when they're getting started in real estate investing or they're looking to expand, they get fixated on the money instead of the next deal. I've been doing this for 16 years now. I own over 100 apartment units. I've done over 100 fix and flip and wholesale deals. And I think about one consistent thing, there's actually two, but I think about one in particular of when I started to where I am now. When I started, all I ever thought about was getting my first deal. And where I am now, all I ever think about is getting my next. It's always funny when people ask me, like, how many apartments you got? That's how I can tell you, because people ask me this all the time. And while I tell you that, right, it's not important to me really. The only thing that's important to me is the next deal I'm gonna buy, and then the next deal I'm gonna buy after that, and then how many deals I'm gonna buy in the span of a year. And if you do that long enough, you will look up and have tens of thousands of dollars coming into your bank account every month because you focused on the right thing. If you focus on the money, you won't focus on the execution. And so you can only be successful in real estate if you get good at the execution. I don't care how good the deal underwrites, how good the deal is on paper, what's the return on investment. While all of those things are important, if you don't get really good at the process of execution, who to hire, how to hold accountable, the legal documents that you need, the processes, the order of operations. If you don't get really good holistically at understanding how this business is supposed to work and how the people involved in your business, what they're supposed to do and how you manage those people through those tasks to get them to the finish line, if you don't get good at that, you'll never get good at making money, all right? Now, I've seen our students who come in and build 6 and 7 figure businesses in the span of 12 months. I see the same thing for them. They're not focused on making 6 and 7 figures. They're focused on getting that first good deal and then getting that next good deal. And even for those that come in that have already done deals, they focus on getting better deals. They focus on how to leverage other people's money because many of them have been doing this probably like you with all of their money, right? And they've been going at a snail's pace because they're only as good as the amount of money that they have on hand, as opposed to being as good as the amount of money that you can raise for the deals that you have on hand. See, that's where people go wrong when they look at scaling. It's not a function of, how I'm gonna get the money. The money will get you if you get the good deal. And so you have to get very proficient at learning, number one, how to find good deals. Number two, how to underwrite those deals. And if you can find and underwrite a lot of quality deals, believe it or not, there's far more money on the sidelines than there are good deals with competent operators. People are just waiting for you to show up and present them an opportunity of how you can make them money in the absence of them having to do the work because you're gonna do all the work. I know that's probably hard to fathom, but it's a reality. Myself, as well as my clients, right? 90+% of our deals that are done using other people's money. And so that reality could be true for you as well. And when you look at scaling, now imagine this for a second. You can go out and learn how to get good deals. You can go out and raise all the money that you need for your deals, to do your deals 100% using other people's money. What limitations would you have on growing your business? Now, for many of you probably said none. That's not exactly correct. Because remember what I told you, you got to focus on execution. So you can only go as far as your infrastructure will allow you, right? Your contractors, your management skills, your teams, all of those things, right? So yes, you can, there's no cap on the how much you can buy, right? There's no cap on that because if you know how to go raise private money, then money is not a limitation anymore, which is a great limitation not to have. But coupled with that, you still got to get proficient at the execution piece And if you do those two though, then you do have no more limitations. You can go out and buy and build as much and as big as you want to grow your business. But you just got to reverse engineer the process. So wherever you at today, you need to, number one, stop focusing on the money and focus on the execution. Number two, you got to get good at raising private money so that you can eliminate that other limitation. And then number three, you just need to do it until you get bored, right? That's what I tell people. Go build your business and do this as much and as long as you want to until you get bored, and then go do something else, because we shouldn't do anything that we're bored with. That means that we're not growing, we're not evolving. You know, I started from a $7,000 refund check 16 years ago and was a private lender in my first deal, right? And after, as I told you, you know, back then I bought over 20 rental properties in my mid-20s, and then flipped and wholesaled over 100 properties, and then now I own over 100 apartments. 2024, right, I'll be buying my first hotel. So it's a progression, because I got bored with flipping houses, that's why I don't do it anymore, right? I got bored with wholesaling properties, that's why I don't do it anymore. Eventually I'm gonna get bored with buying apartments, right? And so for me, it's about jumping into different asset classes, just because that's my appetite. For some, you just fall in love with this. For me, real estate is a vehicle, and I like driving different vehicles. So, you know, for you, maybe you fall in love with just one of the vehicles, and that's great. But the reality is, if you really want to grow your business into an empire, it's not focusing on the money. It's focusing on the next deal. If you like this video, if it helped you, share this with somebody. All I ask is that you subscribe and just hang out with me, man. I really built this community to help folks like you to build the lives that you want. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video.